All right, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the County Facilities Committee meeting for June 24th. I'm sitting in this morning for Chairman Bruno. First order of business is to approve the minutes of the prior committee. Supervisor Diamond, Supervisor Stroud. Any question or discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Carry. Privilege of the floor. Any public comments? Comments from the committee? I'd like to indulge your time just for 1 minute and ask for a moment of silence. Yesterday, we had a Horicon town board member die unexpectedly. Some of you may know John Francisco. He's been a board member for several years, very passionate about the community that he lived in, and he died while at a work site in Brant Lake. So I ask you just to keep John and his family in your thoughts and prayers, and it's appreciated. Just 1 moment. Thank you all. I appreciate it. All right, there are no agenda items requests. We've got 4 discussion items from the airport, so proceed.
Good morning, everyone. Just a very brief update on a couple of projects ongoing at the airport. We're going to start with the solar farm project update. We received their monthly report yesterday, and just the biggest takeaway was that the racking installation that you may see on both sites, the northern and the southern locations, are currently in progress. They expect to begin installation of the panels next month in July. So currently that project is still on schedule. Have you received any other issues or complaints?
None whatsoever.
So that's still proceeding nicely. Are there any questions on the solar farm project? The next topic is the airport precision approach path indicator project. On June 4th, we had actually installed these PAPIs a couple of months ago, early or late last year, but we were finally able to get the flight check from the FAA on June 4th. I am disappointed to report that both PAPI systems did not pass the inspection. The PAPI system on runway 19, one of the boxes were partially obstructed by trees. So we have to adjust that PAPI box by 0.34 degrees up. So from 3 degrees to 0.34 degrees, and then retest them on the next flight check. On the other end, runway one of the boxes were having a focus defect, a manufacturing focus defect. So we have to replace that box, unfortunately. So once we have that taken care of, we have to request another flight check from the FAA. That's expected to be around $14,000, 90%, right? 90% reimbursable under the current grant. Any questions on that before?
I'll just add on that we do have money in the airport reserve to cover our 10% cost on that. And then, as Robin said, FAA will cover the other 90% of it.
Go ahead, Robin.
And then airport markings, we completed that project very recently, fortunately right before inspection. So we marked runways 1, 2, 3, 0, taxiway Alpha and taxiway Bravo. So we remarked half of the movement area for the airport, and we're expected to complete the other half next year. So I'm very pleased to report that one, which leads into our inspection, if I may proceed.
Yes.
So on June 16th, we conducted the annual FAA Part 139 inspection. The report of that inspection is included in your packets. As I was discussing with the superintendent, this is an almost perfect inspection. It's the best inspection I've had in my career. We've only had one wildlife issue that occurred, unfortunately, during the inspection, and it was immediately closed out. So the inspector actually praised us slightly within that report itself, and we have no outstanding issues for the airport. So I want to take this opportunity just to thank a couple of people, the superintendent for one. We had a shortage of personnel during the inspection, so the superintendent got 1 or 2 people to fill in. Scott and Derek, the airport personnel, and Glenn and Rich Toll were the superintendents, people that helped us during this time. So I just want to personally thank those people for helping us during that time.
Superintendent?
And I actually want to add, this is a testament to what Robin has been able to do with the airport since he's come on board. As some of you who are aware, have been around for a while, we used to get dinged quite a bit from FAA when they came through to do their inspections, and each time we cleaned them up. But to Robin and his staff with Scott and Derek and anybody else that we could have assist them, they have done a fantastic job. So it's a testament to Robin's managing of the airport. So thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Any
Go ahead. Any questions on that? We're done with Rob. Anything else?
That's it.
Well, thank you for all your work. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you so much.
Keep the guys in cool today. Thanks.
All right, buildings and grounds, we have no quest items, but we got several discussion items and then a pending discussion item as well, so. See,
Sure. Work order request program is at 6,491 work requests, 22 are currently open. Majority of them are long-term ones where we have to rectify the situations. Fleet car request program is at 4,824. You wanna skip the regional morgue for now, or?
There is no regional morgue on,
Oh,
not here
I
anymore,
didn't get this.
except for the referrals.
Okay, let me make sure. Boardroom update, as you can see, the first board meeting was done in there. I think it went over pretty well. The committee table and the news table, press tables are due in tomorrow. So they'll be in and plugged in and everything will be going. So that'll complete the boardroom as we see fit. I think it came out pretty well. Everyone can attest to that. Moving on to soil and water, we've completed everything on the second floor up there. We only have to do one on the first floor. We're taking a window out or taking a slider out, and putting a window in its place. Public health phase 2 is now complete. We've completed the carpet painting and woodwork in there. We'll be moving on to phase 3 as soon as their furniture for phase 2 is in. They're waiting for that to be delivered. Once that's delivered, we'll change it out and start on phase 3. And the DMV magnetometer from the sheriff's department will be delivered at the end of this month to everyone's happiness, I'm sure. And then we'll have that installed at the DMV entrance.
So this may be the last time that we have to discuss the magnetometer at committee.
Yep.
We're still gonna discuss the regional board.
Yes.
any question on any of those discussion items? Okay, see none. Kevin, you want to proceed?
Yeah, so for referral pending items, design for updates to the front entrance of municipal center building, as you all are aware, because Amanda had sent out an email. We have started to pull the front steps. Not a lot of support under those front steps anymore. And I believe it's probably because water infiltrated into there, deteriorated the sub base, which to me looks more like sand underneath there. So that's ongoing. We've started those. We will continue to address those. The steps will be first and foremost, and then any remaining money that we may have left over, we'll start to look at some of the drainage issues and such out there. So, so it started.
Supervisor Conover.
Yeah, they, I just took a quick look at that coming in, they, that wasn't set on sand, was it?
It was.
They actually formed the sand and then set the stone on the sand.
They have block around the outside,
Right.
but then it's sand in the center. So there was probably some support on the blocks, but the majority of that cavity was filled with sand.
I see. Cause initially I thought you just need to get a pincher bar and kind of clean it up and pinch them back into place, but if this sand is going eroded, that's not gonna work.
No, and again, as the cracks, as water got in and the cracks expanded during the winter months, it started to erode some of that sand away. So that's why you had the settlement that we did.
And what do you think in terms of remedy? Are you gonna pour concrete and then set the stone on the concrete?
Most likely, that's the process that we're gonna take. Or we may do some concrete block in there. And the 8-inch CMU blocks and form them up in there and then set the steps on those.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Next item we just talked about, number 2, is a magnetometer. As Scott said, it'll be the end of this month. And the last one is a regional morgue. I don't think there's anything to discuss right now.
Actually is.
Oh.
As of yesterday, thank you, Mr. Chair. As of yesterday, I did get word that Albany County is going into their design phase. So they expect probably a design 6 months from now. And we'll see where it goes from there. That's where they get their estimated cost, and then they'll decide who they want to reach out to participate. Thanks.
Supervisor Etu.
Is the expectation if there's a body in Bolton and the coroner gets called to it, the body would then go to a morgue in Albany? And the coroner, as they often do, would go down with the body and then a couple days later for the autopsy?
If there was a required autopsy, that'd be the process. That if, you know, that happens in what about 5-6% of the time, I think. Modified.
Anything else?
All I have.
Any questions?
Just,
Supervisor
just my
Christmas.
sense, John, is that, that's gonna be a significant change. To a new operating situation regardless from where we are today.
It doesn't have to be. It depends on, forensic pathologist. And if Albany builds a more regional morgue and our forensic pathologist decides to home base down there and just do autopsies there, then we would be forced to take our, cases we want autopsies done on down to Albany. But we've been told we can continue to use Glens Falls Hospital as long as we have someone, they don't have a pathologist or forensic pathologist, so as long as we had someone to do those autopsies, we could continue to do it there within the near future at least.
Superintendent.
So with that being said, I think Dr. Sigarica is a young man, but he will not tell you that he's a young man, and he's, if he decides to retire, we will not have a forensic pathologist in our area. And he also covers many other counties around us as well.
Anything else?
No, if this committee is not opposed, I would like to remove items 1 and 2 from this referral pending items list, then Scott update as necessary. That's okay with everyone, I'll move those, and the committee item will be the regional.
Any objection? Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, privilege of the floor. Any members of the committee? Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Supervisor Etu, second Supervisor Straw. Any questions? Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. We're adjourned.
Mike.
Thank you.